Merhaba arkadaşlar.
That's forbidden here. Greetings. What business have you?
My lord, I managed to find a clue to the whereabouts of the bandits.
Excellent. Byrne had already told me what's been happening, but I'd like to hear it straight from the horse's mouth.
The whole story, or just the gist of it, sir?
It's up to you what you consider important.
One of the Neuhoff stable boys, or a lad they called Ginger, fled from there and hid out with some charcoal burns. I have to say, there's a lot of them around. I never thought how many forges and ironworks they have to supply.
That's true, but keep to the point.
Oh, yes, sir. I had quite a job finding him. He was well hidden and with good reason. The bandits wanted to kill him because he recognised one of them.
Did he tell you what happened?
He said it wasn't one gang, but two. And one of... Seems they were only interested in loot, so they quarrelled with the other lot. Then it came to a skirmish in the woods and one of them was killed. The rest of them scattered.
And did you find out where they went?
All I know is one of them is from Ujits. I know enough about him to be able to track him down.
Alright, but those cutthroats must know who he is too, right? And if they want to get revenge on him or silence him, you better hope they don't get to him before you. So drop everything and get on his trail. Find out what he knows and then report back.
Umarım bunlarla da kötü düşmeyiz abi bir sebeple. Şu an çok iyi gidiyoruz ya, bir aksilik olmaz yani umarım. Oo 175 kuruşunuz oldu. Hiçbir şey sorma abi, nedeni 5 ver.
Put that weapon away, damn it. Hey, you don't like to walk around here with a weapon drawn. Put it away.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Çok uzun abi. Ha buraya geleceğiz.
Yeah.
Hadi bakalım gidiyoruz. Bekle beni haydut. Geliyorum oraya, daha çok var. Buradan direkt düz gidiyoruz abi, düz. Ya hadi. Burada silahımızı takalım abi. Ne olur ne olmaz. Yaklaştık. Aferin oğlum. Haydi oğlum atla oradan, atlarsın. Hadi, aferin oğlum.
Yeah.
Bayağı uzatmış komiser, bayağı uzak.
Yeah.
Good day to you.
I'm looking for a fellow who lives here, but I don't know his name. Do you know anyone with a limp?
Aye, there is one fellow. Can't imagine what you want with the likes of him. That's your affair. He lives in a cottage on the edge of the village by the road to Neuhof. May the Lord watch over you.
Teşekkürler. Neler oluyor burada? Şeyler oluyor ama baksana kalabalık var. Bu mu acaba?
Move along, citizens. Move along. There's nothing to see here.
Bak bir şeyler şüpheli.
That's what we call
Bir şeyler
something to
saklıyor.
see. I'd like to know what something to see looks like.
By the keys of St. Peter, this is all I need. We'll have to send word to Sir Hanush.
That might not be necessary.
Who are you?
I'm Henry of Skalitz, in the service of Hanish's Captain Bernard. I'm investigating the attack at Neuhof, and I think this could be related.
Ha
I'm the
yok.
bailiff of Auschwitz. And I say we don't want any of that kind of trouble around here. What makes you think this has anything to do with Neuhof?
One of the folk at the stud farm recognized someone from Auschwitz among the bandits.
We have no bandits or murderers around here.
Ünlüyüz.
They say he had a limp.
Evet.
Allow me to introduce you.
Bakalım neler oluyor.
Lubosh.
Oo.
What's left of him.
Ne olmuş ya? Kan var abi orada. Bak bizi kapatmasın orada. Oha. Of. Of. Abi ne olmuş öyle?
Nothing's ever easy. I'll have to take a look around and ask a few more questions, if that's all right with you.
You can take this mess off my hands and welcome to it. As for
Bunlar da iyi
what else
insan,
there
tamam.
is to find out, I don't know. But look and ask all you like.
Adamı ne yapmışlar öyle be? Çok kötü yapmışlar abi.
When did you find the body? And did anyone see anything?
Just now, and nobody saw or heard anything. I don't know how they could gut him like that without someone hearing him
Çok
scream.
kötü değişmişler ya.
Who was Limpy Lubosh?
A poor crofter and a scoundrel. Can't say I'm too surprised what happened to him. He kept company
Onları
with all
bulmamız
sorts of
lazım abi
fun.
ya.
He was
Bunu
always getting
yapanları
into
bunu
some kind of
gereğini
punch-ups in the tavern and what
yerine
have you.
getirmemiz lazım.
How come he limped?
He got that from some villainy or brawl a long time ago.
Do you happen to know where he was on the night of the Neuhof raid?
I've no idea. He kept his distance from other folk, so you never knew if he was away or holed up at home.
Did he have any kith or kin in the village?
None. A loner he was. I don't know the last time I saw him with anyone.
Has he been up to anything suspicious lately?
I don't know. The last few days he didn't go anywhere. He was home the whole time. But he always kept everyone in the village at arm's length.
Another thing about Lubosh.
My respects to you.
I've come in the name of Sir Hanush of Leipa. I'm investigating the massacre in Neuhof, and now a murder here as well. Can I ask you a few questions?
Sir Hanush gives a job like that to a young fellow like you? Well, what do I care? Ask.
Have you noticed anything suspicious recently?
I didn't see much of him lately. Not even in the tavern. Not till yesterday in church, as it happens.
That man Lubosh who was murdered, what was he like?
He was a strange one. Always drinking, bad-tempered. Lord knows how he made a living. Well, maybe now I've got an idea or two.
Do you know anyone Lubosh used to spend time with? Relatives or friends?
I really don't know. As far as I know, he had no kin. I never saw him with anyone.
That's all. Thank you.
Take care now.
Jesus. I could really do with some sleep.
Yatacak yer lazım bize ya.
The blessings of our good Lord be with you, Father. I'm here in the name of Sir Hanush of Leipa, investigating the massacre at Neuhof, which seems to be connected to a murder here. Can I ask you a few questions?
It seems Sir Hanush is employing children as investigators. But ask as you wish, boy. I hope this nasty business will be cleared up quickly.
Did you know Lubosh? What was he like?
A bit of a lost soul. Simple, rough fellow, but at heart I don't think he was such a bad person.
Did you notice anything suspicious recently?
My child. All sorts of suspicious things have been going on recently. People like Lubosh don't know what to do about it, and sometimes they do stupid things.
That's really not a lot of help to me, Father.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Do you know what Lubosh was doing on the day Neuhoff was raided?
Unfortunately, I do know. And I'd like to help you with your investigation, but I can't.
Yapma be abi.
I'm bound by certain vows that
Peder yapma be.
tell you.
Vows more important than catching dangerous murderers?
There are laws of God above the laws of man, son. And one of those is the sanctity of the confessional.
Father, surely you can't be serious. There must be situations in which you can make an exception.
There are things that apply always, no matter what the circumstances. And this is one of them.
For heaven's sake, Father, can you really look me in the eye and tell me that, when you know you may be condemning innocent people to death?
I can. Because if I broke that vow, the consequences would be much worse than if I didn't. Maybe not immediately, but one day. The mills of God grind slowly.
I see you know how to wield a sword, Father. I wouldn't have expected that from a man of the cloth.
With a stick. I practice with a stick. Reminder of my youth and days gone by, and it helps keep me in good form. Farewell.
Oh, damn 'em.
Mother of God, you look like you've been assaulted.
You live here?
Of course.
I mean here, in the presbytery.
Yeah, right here.
In the presbytery? With the parish priest?
Yes. What's the matter? Don't you like me?
Yes, of course I like you.
So why are you surprised Godwin likes me too?
I'm not. I mean, I see.
Daha yeni tanıştık, bismillah.
May the Lord watch over you.
Mushrooms, apples, carrot. Good day to you.
I've come in the name of Sir Hanush of Lipa. I'm investigating the massacre in Neuhoff, now a murder here as well. Can I ask you a few questions?
I don't know nothing about it, but ask all you want.
That man Lubosh who was murdered, what was he like?
I didn't really know him. He kept to himself, even in the tavern.
Have you noticed anything suspicious recently?
come to think of it, he was in church yesterday. He was even talking to the priest and went to confession. I was wondering what he was up to take to the faith all of a sudden. But I suppose no sin's too dark for God's mercy.
Do you know what Lubosch was doing the day Neuhof was raided?
I was coming from the tavern very late that night, and I caught a glimpse of someone entering the village. He looked like he was in a hurry. It was only a shadow against the sky, but after what happened, I wouldn't wonder.
Takip etseydin ya abi.
Do you know anyone Lubosch used to spend time with? Relatives or friends?
Not with anyone from the village. He used to sit in the tavern next to us sometimes, but he never said much.
That's all. Thank you.
Farewell.
Good health to you. Good luck to you. Good luck to you.
I've come in the name of Sir Hanush of Lipa. I'm investigating the massacre in Neuhof, and now a murder here as well. Can I ask you a few questions?
Of course. Ask away.
That man Lubosch who was murdered, what was he like?
He was a drunk who was always looking for a fight. Nobody liked him much, but I wouldn't wish a name like that on anyone.
Have you noticed anything suspicious recently?
Well, not that I think. I haven't seen him around for a while. No idea where he was going.
Do you know what Lubosch was doing the day Neuhof was raided?
Not a clue.
Do you know anyone Lubosch used to spend time with? Relatives or friends?
He was a loner. He didn't even have any mates in the tavern.
That's all. Thank you.
My respects to you.
I've come in the name of Sir Hanush of Lipa. I'm investigating the massacre in Neuhof, and now a murder here as well. Can I ask you a few questions?
Sir Hanush gives a job like that to a young fellow like you. Well, what do I care? Ask.
That man Lubosch who was murdered, what was he like?
He was a strange one. Always drinking, bad-tempered. Lord knows how he made a living. Maybe now I've got an idea or two.
Do you know what Lubosch was doing the day Neuhof was raided?
I don't think he was home at all. Are you saying he... Jesus.
Do you know anyone Lubosch used to spend time with? Relatives or friends?
I really don't know. As far as I know, he had no kin. I never saw him with anyone.
That's all. Thank you.
May the Lord watch over you.
Jesus Christ be praised.
I've come in the name of Sir Hanush of Lipa. I'm investigating the massacre in Neuhof, and now a murder here as well. Can I ask you a few questions?
Of course. Ask away.
Do you know anyone Lubos used to spend time with? Relatives or friends?
He was a loner. He didn't even have any mates in the tavern.
Have you noticed anything suspicious recently?
Well, now I think of it, I hadn't seen him around for a while. No idea where he was skulking.
That's all. Thank you.
Good luck to you. You after something?
Good day to you. What do you need?
I've come in the name of Sir Hanush of Lipa. I'm investigating the massacre in Neuhof, and now a murder here as well. Can I ask you a few questions?
Of course. Ask away.
Do you know anyone Lubos used to spend time with? Relatives or friends?
He was a loner. He didn't even have any mates in the tavern.
That's all. Thank you.
More important.
Good health to you.
I'd like to learn to read.
You? You don't look like the makings of a priest or clerk. But why not? I've taught all sorts. Bear in mind, it won't be all that easy. You'll need plenty of time and a few groschen for my trouble.
Alright. I don't want to waste time. We can get started. The sooner I master it, the better.
Very well. I will require some groschen from you though, and set aside at least a couple of days so I can put you through your paces, if indeed time is of the essence.
Here are your groschen.
Then we may as well start.
Bunu da yapalım.
Wake up, lad. It's time we were getting on.
Acaba uykumuz olduğu için mi böyle uyudu? Hani normalde vardı, yoksa böyle uyuyacak mıydı yani uykumuz olsaydı? Yani olmasaydı.
Will I manage?
You ought to be able to. It's a...
I've come in the name of Sir Hanush of Lipa. I'm investigating the massacre in Neuhof, and now a murder here as well. Can I ask you a few questions?
Of course. Ask away.
That man Lubos who was murdered, what was he like?
He was a drunk who was always looking for a fight. Nobody liked him much, but I wouldn't wish an end like that on any man.
Do you know anyone Lubos used to spend time with? Relatives or friends?
He was a loner. He didn't even have any mates in the tavern.
Meyhane.
That's all. Thank you.
Böyle diyor da meyhaneye mi gitmem gerekiyor ki? Bence meyhaneye gidiyor abi.
Jesus Christ be praised.
I've come in the name of Sir Hanush of Leipa. I'm investigating the massacre in Neuhof, and now a murder here as well. Can I ask you a few questions?
Of course, ask away.
Do you know anyone Lubosh used to spend time with? Relatives or friends?
He was a loner. He didn't even have any mates in the tavern.
That's all. Thank you.
Get off that way. You've no business here.
Jesus. I could really do with some sleep.
Right up!
What else do you, sir? I'll do it, yeah.